Hey guys, and welcome to Void of Dusk Gaming, your channel for fresh Arena of Valor content. And today's happy Easter gameplay. I've got SLIMZ for you, which is kind of super obvious. I think everyone does that. And yeah, I don't know if you celebrate this kind of festival or this event. I don't really do it. I'm sitting here at home with my dog that you might occasionally hear on the videos when he's barking. But on the live stream, especially on the live stream. If you haven't checked that out, there's a link in the video description below. And yeah, I've got some really good SLIMZ gameplay for you. And without further ado, I want to share my build as well as the actual gameplay. And if you haven't subscribed to Void of Dusk Gaming yet, you are happily invited. Everyone, have a good day. Bye-bye. Now here's the build, and the build is twisted or tweaked around maximum critical effect as well as increasing your damage speed. And that has to do with two effects that SLIMZ has. One is his passive. His passive grants him 130% more damage on every third consecutive attack, which means that you're gonna deal more physical damage and the damage is piercing, so it's gonna hit the enemies behind as well. You can see that with a little effect. That's the first thing. And the second thing is your ultimate increases the damage that you deal equal to the target's maximum HP. So the faster you hit, the more damage you deal, which is kind of logical, but yeah, we want to maximize these two effects. So we've got the Blitzblade as a first item. It's got a really impressive attack speed bonus by 35%. We've got the War Boots. Those are enhancing our attacks even further. Then we've got the Slick Sting, which boosts both the critical chance to hit as well as the attack speed. So another nice item to complement our build. Of course, we have the Clavace, because that's the bread and butter. If you don't have that, your critical chances and the critical damage are not that great. They still might be good, but this is the item that changes everything. To get a little bit more armor piercing, we have the Rank Breaker, and to fulfill everything, we've got the Fenrir's Tooth. You can switch that for the Blade of the Eternity if you dare. So that's the stuff. Arcana wise, of course, as I said, we want to maximize the critical effect. So we are taking the critical chance into account with 10 times atrocity. I'm taking this rune, the Gorilla, over the Assassinate, because as you can see, there's more attack speed. The other one is more attack damage. That's the only difference between those two, but we want to have the maximized attack speed, and we're using Skewer for the additional armor pierce. Enchantment wise, we're going with the kind of new stuff that everyone was playing in the patch before. I don't know if it's relevant in the April's update, but see for yourself. So we've got the Reaper's Blessing against Death Sickle passive 3 minutes into match, expires after 6 minutes if not triggered. So you need to be, but I think that's kind of fine. I always trigger that kind of thing. Then we've got the Gunslinger to enhance the movement speed even further. 10 attack damage, that's what it does. And then we've got the Endless Cycle, which means that you will come back if you have been dying, but you will be immediately revived. We've got the Active Sacrifice, and we've got the Blessing for more crit chance from equipment. That's the build, and I think it worked fairly well, but see for yourself, guys. So here's the Easter special gameplay, and I've been taking, oh, now it's too loud. I've been taking the War Boots as always. The game itself wasn't that spectacular. I think the whole team worked fairly well. And one of the downsides, like something that I didn't really like about this particular game, was that I was placed against the Joker. And the Joker, you get a huge profit from the crazy range that you have with your spear, like your ability number 1, and Joker can kind of counter it if he positions himself quite good. And I think he should be able to cancel that spear with his 2. That's like a damage reduction thing. And you need to be careful, especially in the beginning, because his the combination between Baldum and Joker is really, really good. Like Baldum can basically bait you and throw you into a certain position, and Joker just has to keep an eye on the position and he will be able to get his rocket there. So if they both kind of know what to do with their characters, everything should actually be quite all right. So I defeated Baldum here by accident. Worked super well. And it wasn't planned in that kind of way, but I think he went a little bit too far ahead, so he was eating a tower shot. And now I've got to be super careful because I do have the problem that I'm super low. I know that there is someone in the bush and he's just dealing too much damage. Like that was totally unacceptable. That could have been easily avoided. I'm not pressing my clock here because you should save it for later in the game, but that was something. That was something. But my team's doing fairly well. Like 4-2, I can tell that Ryoma is getting destroyed in the solo lane because he is just... I don't know if our Zuka is super good or if he is super bad. Now comes something which was really, really unlucky. Because now Baldum's here. Otherwise, my spear would have traveled the whole distance, would have dealt a ton of damage, and that would have been really successful for us. But no matter what, thanks to our enemies being super greedy or being super protective, I do get a really early double kill. And that win streak is gonna continue. It's actually really, like, I liked SLIMZ when he was buffed a couple of months ago. I think must have been in 2019 in the beginning of the year, or at the beginning of the year. My English teacher would otherwise slap me. And he was then quite often played in the jungle. That was when the whole meta was changing to this kind of AD carry in the jungle meta. I mean, you can still do that, for example, with Lindis. Lindis is stronger in the jungle than she is on the lane. In the lane? On the lane? Above the lane? I don't know, whatever. So that's kind of something, but you want most of the AD carries not to being played in the jungle. I need to be careful right here. She is doing a ton of damage. I thought that I would be able to get that spear right into her, but she was doing damage because I didn't hit her, and that was really, really close. I need to be careful on this, and now we're losing our top tower. And an Abyssal Dragon, which isn't the best circumstance. Good thing is Thane is tanky as hell, like super tanky. I missed that spear here. And I need to be careful because I can't fight Baldum on my own at the moment. I don't have the right items and he's just too tanky. And big problem with Baldum is that he is dealing damage. Like he is one of these tanks that actually deal damage. They can throw you around. They've got this little aura that deals damage all the time. And yep, that's you need to be careful on this. And I don't have items. Like that's the problem with the AD carries at the beginning of the game. You don't have items, which means that you can't really push that much. I was eating that here on purpose because I wanted to help out Thane. And you can see that what I said, like the third damage, the third attack that's gonna deal damage. You can see that if you're playing the game, and you can see that by this little trigger, like there's a little animation. I got him with my spear. That's so good. That's so good. We need to be super careful right now because no one knows where this stupid thing is. And I was like, oh my god! And now that the sickle has triggered, I put my spear into that stupid bird, and here comes the cavalry. Murad is here, and you will see that I'm playing on really low health all the time. super risky. But if you play super risky all the time, it just, in the best circumstance, it's gonna teach you to play risky but safe. So this is like super savage mode. There was this little trigger point. Bam, 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 he just killed him, like he nuked him out of that, and I'm gonna help him. We can't really chase them down. We are just too low. Like the Ignis has the shielding capabilities, but just one rocket and one ult, and we're dead. Dead meat. But I'm quite confident, or I had been quite confident in the game with my 3-1-3. That's actually quite nice, especially for me not playing SLIMZ. I think I haven't played SLIMZ in quite a while. But this is Animal Week, so we're playing SLIMZ, and then we're using Fennec. Fennec is next. And that's the battle of the AD carries. Just wanted to finish that. And I should have jumped. I don't know if you trigger your jump, if it will actually cancel the effects of Baldum's ult. That's something that I would need to try out if I would play Fennec a little longer. I should have put my spear into the Abyssal Dragon, because you get bonus damage on hitting monsters and minions. That's something that you just learn when you read the abilities, what I did before I recorded this video. I think for the first time. We can't catch her. Her escaping mechanisms are just too great. And yeah. What should I say? Easily peasily. And now there's a tower. Instead of dealing with any enemies and any problems that they might cause, I just focused mainly on the tower, or solemnly on the tower, because I just think like this is the most important thing. You want to get the towers. Like that's the game plan. And there's a dead Baldum. And there's another double kill. I think that was actually really nicely executed. I'm not that great with the heroes most of the times. I can't really help him, but he's making his way out, and I've got one spear ready, so I can throw that to our massive protection. But now we need to go home. Like, there's no way of fighting any longer. As I said, I'm doing it risky, but you shouldn't do it stupid. Risky is fine, stupid isn't. So I mean, like, you guys can tell from the numbers, but you can also tell from the whole architecture of the game. We have pushed at least one tower in every single lane. They haven't. I mean, yes, they're on the top tower and on the middle tower, and they nearly destroyed them. But the big difference between nearly and destroyed is a word, and I don't know what I wanted to say with this. Doesn't make any sense. No, it's like I mean, a tower, a low tower is still working. Like that's the most important thing about this. He dies. That's unfortunate. If you ever placed SLIMZ, you can tell that he is increasing his movement speed when he hits when he hits an enemy with his spear, and you will get to know that. Like there's some small hop or something that is triggered, so you know there's this as some kind of indicator. So as I said, Ryoma is really bad with 1-7. So he got destroyed on the solo lane, which fed Zuka, of course. So Zuka has got a good amount of gold here, and he's got to be careful. Mura just killed him easily. And there's another. And I got her. Did I get her? Don't think so. I don't know what's wrong with the Baldum. Like at the beginning of the game, he wasn't that bad. Watch the build and laugh. Watch the build and laugh. Yeah, I mean, maybe that's a good thing to laugh about things. Not sure about this. So I do steal a little amount of gold here, but I don't think that Murad really needs it. Right now, the enemy jungle is more important for Murad than ours. I stop Rourke here. I don't think that he should do this. And I'm going for the vision again. I don't know if I stress that too much, but vision is really important for me. It might just be the League of Legends thing. Vision is everything. There's Ryoma around the corner, but I don't think that he's really willing to fight us because he got so crazily damaged by everything, and we got another tower, at least half of it. Need to be careful here. I can't fight them on my own. And I don't know what I like in this situation. I didn't really know what I was doing, like or what my plan was. It's like, I'm not going in here. Legendary. And now I'm fighting, like I'm tanking the tower. It's a small little rabbit is tanking the tower, and that is basically game. There we go. I do get my 10th kill. That was what I wanted to do. I could press the watch right now to be revived immediately, which would pretty much be the sense of it, but I just wanted to let my team finish. Like I thought that they could finish easily. Nice Murad action again. And yeah, after I saw that the minions are all stacking towards the Nexus core, I was like, okay, this game is over. And here we are. This is my Easter gameplay for you. Even if I don't have anything going on around Eastern. So at the end of the game, as always, let's have a quick look on the stats. MVP bunny, legendary as well. Everyone gets a thumbs up because my team was really nice. I have 10 kills, I died 2 times. This is the build. Here we go. Fight participation wasn't that great, could have been a little bit better, but... And the damage wasn't that good. 21 points, but we had a lot of damage dealers in the game. Well, this is it. I hope you enjoyed your day, and I hope you will enjoy the rest of it. I'm Void of Dusk, and I'm out. Bye-bye.